pretend you don't know me tonight. I don't want people thinking we're together. That's what she said at the door, so I pretended. And when another woman spent the whole night talking to me, my girlfriend completely unraveled. My girlfriend Suki and I had been together for almost 2 years. She worked in PR. Image was everything to her. The right shoes, the right restaurant, the right photo angle. Everything had to look a certain way. I'm a carpenter. I build furniture. I show up to things in boots and calloused hands, and I don't apologize for it. Suki used to tell me she loved that. Said I was real. Said everyone in her world was fake, and I was the only honest thing in her life. That version of her lasted about 8 months. After that, I became something she needed to manage. She'd pick my clothes before dinners, tell me which topics to avoid. Don't talk about work. People don't want to hear about wood and sanding. She'd whisper corrections at the table. Sit up straighter. Don't hold your fork like that. I started feeling like a kid being taken to adult events. The night it all ended was her company's annual gala. Big event. Open bar, live band, executives everywhere. She spent 3 hours getting ready. I put on the one suit I own. She looked at me and sighed. That tie doesn't match. It's the only one I have. She found me one of her ex's ties from a drawer. I didn't say anything. In the car, she turned to me. These are important people. My boss will be there. Clients. I need you to just blend in. Don't bring up carpentry. Don't tell that story about the barn. Just be normal. Then, right before we walked in, she stopped me. Actually, pretend you don't know me tonight. I don't want people thinking we're together. Find a corner. I'll come get you when it's over. She walked in without looking back. I stood on the sidewalk for 10 seconds. Then something settled in my chest. Not anger. Clarity. She wanted me to be a stranger. Fine. I walked in alone. Found a seat at the bar. Ordered a whiskey. Didn't look for her. Didn't try to find her circle. I just sat there being nobody's boyfriend. About 40 minutes in, a woman sat down next to me. Dark hair. Sharp blazer. She introduced herself. Rena, a client from the firm. You look like the only person here not trying to network, she said. Guilty. She laughed. Asked what I did. I told her. Carpentry. Custom furniture. She lit up. Said her father built cabinets his whole life. We talked about wood types, joinery, the smell of fresh cut oak. She was genuinely interested. I wasn't performing. I wasn't following a script. I was just being myself. For the first time in months, someone was enjoying my company without conditions. An hour passed. Then 2. Rena and I talked about everything. Her travels. My workshop. She asked to see photos of my pieces. I showed her. She said I was an artist. I noticed Suki across the room watching. She was standing with her boss, but she wasn't talking. She was staring at me. I looked away. 20 minutes later, she appeared behind me. What are you doing? Sitting at a bar. Who is she? A client from your firm, actually. Her jaw tightened. You're supposed to be blending in, not flirting. I'm not flirting. I'm having a conversation. You told me to pretend I don't know you. That's what I'm doing. She grabbed my arm. Come with me. Now. I didn't move. You told me to find a corner. I found the bar. You told me not to be your boyfriend tonight. So I'm not. Her voice cracked. You're doing this to humiliate me. I'm sitting on a bar stool talking to someone who asked about my work. If that humiliates you, I can't help you. She lost it. Right there. Started whisper yelling about how I was disrespecting her. How I never think about how things look. Rena quietly excused herself. Suki's boss walked over and asked if everything was all right. Suki froze. Smiled. Fine, everything's fine. But it wasn't. I put my glass down, stood up and said, I'm heading out. Good luck with the rest of your night. She followed me to the parking lot. You can't do this. That was a client. My boss saw. You told me to pretend we weren't together. I did. Everything that happened after that was you. She was crying, telling me I ruined her night. You told your boyfriend to act like a stranger. I said, don't be surprised when he does. I drove home alone. She came back 2 hours later, tried to explain. I said, I'm done being the thing you hide. I'm done being dressed up and managed and shoved into corners. You wanted me invisible tonight. That's how you'll get me from now on. She moved out that Thursday. She told people I embarrassed her at her work event. Left out the part where she asked me to pretend I wasn't hers. That's fine. I'd rather be someone's first choice at a bar than someone's secret at a gala.